right, and both the courage to pursue it and the grace to accomplish it through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. First resolution, I would resolve that Judy Walsh be our our secretary, John Hawks our parliamentarian, and validation would be Maureen Mahar. Is there a second to that resolution?
I second.
I see it, Jan Ernst. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that is an overwhelming yes. So you guys are serving in those particular roles. And so, Maureen, I'd ask you for a certificate of a quorum. Are there 25 qualified voters present? Yes, 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 okay. And then I would resolve for an acceptance of the minutes of the 69th annual meeting. They are included in your annual report. If you'd like to peruse them, and then I would ask for a second. The second for Julie Wagner. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and there we go. So, I thought I'd start out with a list of our ministries. How does that look? Can anybody even read them? Not really. I thought of, where's Al? Al, I thought of bringing a guitar and putting this to music. St. David's Food Pantry, Treasure and Finance Team, Detroit Rescue Mission, but I thought the song would be too long.
I think I have the ukulele in the
Okay, yeah. No, I think you'll save the ears of our folks, but here is a snapshot of what we do as a parish. And this is way too long for us to hear like a report from every one of these, but I think it's really important that we know that we have a food pantry. And Andrew, I'd like you to please stand up because Andrew will be running our food pantry as of next month.
Thank you.
His name is Andrew Carey, and he has been, where's Mike Stutzo? Where's Deacon Mike?
He went home.
Yeah, he went home, and we got this guy instead. And Mike has called him one of the really best volunteers that we have. And so we're really glad that you're here, Andrew, and for all the work that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
While we are introducing staff, I would like to invite our new parish administrator, Amy Prather, to stand up, please. She's the one who put this whole thing in full color, and we're just looking forward to a great year with you, Amy. Al Eppins, our music director, please stand. There you go. We have Simone Charter Harris in back, our treasurer, and then let's see, you've got John Hawks and Melissa Miller, your right and left hand man and woman. Where's John Hawks? Over here, okay. And you and Melissa, thank you for all the work that you do coming through the week, handling our finances. We have our children's school directors for this past year. Please stand up. Jeannie Peterson, Maureen Mahar, and Alex Reinstrom. Where's Alex? There he is. Thank you guys very much. We've got our Altar Guild directresses, Diane Shook and Ann-Jeanette Lisovich. I'm sure you can clap for them as well. They're probably back cleaning things, right? Our Christian Service Brigade, Jim Kenning. Judy Walsh. Where's Judy Walsh? Lifelong Learning. She's around here somewhere. There she is. Okay. And where's Deborah Davis, our Pastoral Care Coordinator, right there? And then for this past year, I'm going to introduce me. Where's Father Steve Bancroft, our assistant priest? Please stand up. Nobody knows who you are, especially after today's service. And then where's our deacon, Mike Stutzo, our brand new deacon, Mike Stutzo. So great to have you. So our formal introductions and then our ministries as you see them laid out. We have them laid out in a number of different places. So, I just want us to be aware that we do a lot of stuff around here. Our attendance, I always start out with bucks and butts. How many people came in the pews, how much money they contribute, okay? How are we doing as an organization? St. David's attendance, of course, hybrid. That's what we've been doing the last year, right? Is doing both of them. And Leonard, thank you for posting this picture here, and I kind of snagged it off the web there. Bishop Bonnie, when she came to visit us, called St. David's a model parish for how you get through COVID and how you get through this time. I don't know if that's true because I'm busy on Sunday mornings, but it was very nice of her to commend us for the work that you all do and that we've done. I'd like to ask our web guru, Steve Ernst, to please raise his hand and a round of applause for Steve for getting us through all this stuff. And Steve Reinstra, where's Steve? He's in the back? He's in the nursery. Okay, I thought he grew out of that. But we'll recognize him also. He's kind of a backup guy for Steve. We're really thankful for that. So we've had hybrid attendance. So what has that meant? Well, we had no COVID attendance that we had to report in 20 or 21. So when the report came out and they said, how many people came, we're not even gonna ask. Because how do you count, right? If the building's empty and how many people are on Zoom or watching on YouTube, it was too hard. Parishes were just trying to get by, so the National Church asked for no attendance. Let's see, so this year though, they are asking for attendance. I am combining Zoom and people in person so that we have had in 2022 about an average of 112 people on a Sunday between 8 and the 10 online and in person. Now that's not counting flowing through to Facebook or watching a recorded service, which we all know goes on. But when it comes to numbers, I'm really conservative. I don't want us to thinking there are a million people watching. They can watch, that's fine, but we're going to count 112. Pre-COVID, we were at 129. Okay, so that goes back a couple years, and as this last statement says, we're not really battling COVID as we're battling habits. I love one of our parishioners who said, Father Chris, I love watching your sermon in my pajamas with a bowl of honeycomb cereal. It just happens, right? And so this is what we're doing. And so I think that, these plagues come and go. The Black Plague, devastated people, but then they got back on it. So this year will be one of connection, as I've said, and one in which we continue to grow. So people are coming back. Look at this, you guys. January 2022, only 44% of us were in person, and 56% were via Zoom. That was a year ago today, because we actually did this meeting on Zoom in the main sanctuary. Today, last month, 70% in person, 30% Zoom. So we're coming back, yes, a round of applause, because we do enjoy seeing and being with each other, right? So pledging, what's pledging look like? To date, we have 63 pledges in for $225,000. We're expected for another $45,000. Last year, total, we had 71 pledges for $240,000. We did a Buy a Doll Honor Our Legacy, our mid-year fundraiser. We had 28 dolls sold for $500. We asked people to honor Kitty and the church school legacy by doing that. A second annual pledge ask may be a new normal. We may have to ask people halfway through the year, hey, can you give an extra in order to make things work? Because this year things seem to work out pretty well. This is the bar graph over the last 10 years and our pledging. This has not been giving, because a lot of people, Simone, what percentage give but don't pledge? Like a lot. 30-35% give but don't pledge. So I go in there and count up the pledges. That's about what we get. So we're on a good part of the curve there. This is a quote from Simone from her packet there, and I figured you liked speaking in public so much, Simone, you'd rather I quote you. 2022 has been a tremendous year thanks to the generosity from our pledgers as well as our non-pledgers. We're able to far exceed our budget expectations, which allows us to support the various ministries at St. David's. Thank you for your dedication and support. So, thank yourselves, thank your financial secretary for all we've done to keep the train on the tracks in 2022. So, 2023 in review. This is the first year in 20 years of ministry where I've not done a baptism. This is the first year. Hopefully that's going to change next year. We did 5 reaffirmations of faith, 0 receptions, 9 funerals, 9 weddings, and 16 new friends. In other words, people who joined the church. Lisa, you're one of them there. And there are others smattered about. But it's been a tough year coming out of COVID, you guys. It's been really hard. A lot of families with kids have said, hey, it's hard to get to church, and then they're not as back as they could. So why is Father Chris having champagne with Diane in the sacristy? Well, that's what Diane wanted to know. And of course I had to tell her, because I'm toasting our new friends. Lisa, we're glad you're here, and all of our new friends who joined us in 2022. If you're new in 2022, could you stand up or raise your hand? If you are new in 2022, there's Al, there you go, there's James. Nice to have you here and to be feeding you. You guys will probably count in 2023. You guys came to the end. So, year in review, I'm just going to do like 12 months. So just one thing a month. I mean, I could go much longer because you guys are so active in your parish. A year ago, guess where these people were? Our first pilgrimage to Israel. And I will let you know that if you want to go to Israel, we're going to go in 2 years. So not next January, but the following January. If you're interested in going, save your pesos and come. It's life-changing. This is the bishop of the Holy Land of the Middle East, and this is where we stay. We stay with him. And so it's just an amazing trip. There's his canon to the ordinary to his left. There's Kathy Graham. And of course, everybody's question is, what do you miss most? And the first one to jump up is always Audrey Humphrey. And she says, hey, it's pita bread. I missed that pita bread. That was a really good trip, and we really enjoyed ourselves and really drew closer to God by walking in Jesus' footsteps. Then, of course, we had February in Plarning. Hello, Jan. This is your group. And Plarning, as you guys know, has taken off your hands throughout the year more than 16,000 plastic bags. Yes, and they have made that, you can see those, roughly those are mats that you've been able to make from those plastic bags and give them to the homeless. So don't go for paper at the store, go for the plastic. And we have made 24 mats so far for people who are sleeping outside and have now no worry about getting wet sleeping on the sidewalk. A round of applause for Jen and her group. She organized this and brought everybody out. If you want to join, is there room? If people want to join, plenty of room. Okay, great.
And if you have to use plastic, bring it in.
Yep, bring your plastic. March, we did something new. We did a Holy Week retreat. We've not done that. We had Father Peter Fennessy is there on your left, and he's a Jesuit priest down at Manresa, and he led us in a Saturday retreat called Seeing Holy Week Through the Eyes of an Artist. And he showed us a number of slides and helped walk us through Holy Week. And it's a great preparation. We did it the Saturday before Palm Sunday. And so we filled this room, and guess what? The little tease for later on, we're going to do it again. So here's a Rembrandt, because he showed us all these pictures, but of course, it's almost as nice as our own stained glass windows, right? In April, tutoring returns. Where's Judy? Thank you, Judy, for organizing us to tutor. I think you said last Thursday was our best week yet. We had a full house. We had a lot of people volunteering and a lot of kids learning as well. And they come for the homework help, and they came to be nice people too. This also brought in a number of tutors from outside the parish too, which has been great. So we're bringing kids in from Vandenberg. Their parents, their families come. We give a little snack. We tutor them, and then there we go. So in May, we did an expungement fair. I know a lot of us may not be aware of this, but there are a lot of people walking around who have something on their record, and they probably aren't telling you about it. But because of that, they can't vote, or they can't get a license, or they can't do something. And so we advertised it, and we had probably 100 people come through and get their records clean. And so we may do that again, but that was something new. I'm just kind of showing you the new things that we did this year that we've never done before. And I think it's great that we can use this space, because this is one of the things I think a big reason a lot of us dug deep and gave money to redo all these windows and the ceilings and the floors was so that we could welcome other people. I've heard it said before that the Christian church is the only institution that exists for the express sake of those who are not its members, right? Is we are here to help other people, and you guys do such a great job of that. This fair is another one of them. Then, of course, outdoor worship. We did outdoor worship 4 times last year. We're doing 4 times this year, just out on the lawn. It's a great way for people to, use their bug spray. Of course, it's usually not that bad, but to come and worship and to do it in a new setting. So, we asked that question to Cindy Litvinovich, and she said, my favorite part is I like the grape Kool-Aid instead of the wine. Yeah, there's no question. Anyway, then it took us, and the priest said, good grief. Yeah. Then, of course, in July, we did our Ukraine fundraiser. This was over at Cherezenik, and I wanted to bring this up because this past year we did 3 things with our Jewish friends over at Cherezenik, right? We went to their place in July, and they held this kind of a lunch and learn, except it was like an after dinner. And we heard from representatives of the faith community, from Catholics, from Jews, from Christians, as to how they were helping Ukraine. And then, of course, they passed the hat, and we did too. That space over at Cherezenik is unbelievable. Then we asked the rabbi to come with his Hassan, his singer, and to do a service. And Al, that was quite worthwhile, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it was wonderful. And we had a very high attendance day that day, and I think everybody enjoys Rabbi Starr. He's just terrific. And then, of course, in December, Father Steve said, hey, will you guys come and volunteer? You're not doing anything on Christmas. Why don't you come and volunteer, which they did do. And we had almost more members from Cherezenik than we did customers.
we actually did.
Yeah, we have a lot of volunteers. We're expecting obviously many more people, but you know, you can't try all this new stuff, folks, and have it all work, right? Some of it's not gonna work, and it's just part of life. That's what we do. So this is kind of our year in review in July. Then in August, we launched this. Remember this? Yeah, I put the details of this in your annual report because you're probably wondering, okay, every month we put more of these markers. When does it end? Well, it ended at January 1st. So now we know that there are 123 markers out there. 123 died by gun violence in Oakland County. The ones in front are the white markers, and those are the children. The ones in the middle are the gray markers, and those are homicides. And the ones in back, the huge numbers, pretty much 75–80% are people who have died by suicide. So the numbers by race and by cause of death, etc., are laid out for you. And you may think, wow, well, you know, there are 1.2, 1.4 million residents of Oakland County. That's not that many. Well, unless you're related to somebody who's right. So that, of course, is, you know, we had a lot of people out for that, and that was a big thing in August. Then let us remember these victims. Let us grow in compassion. Hopefully, that's something that we do, folks. We don't put markers out here so that we'll ruin your day. We put them there so that we might be as Jesus was, which was very mindful of those who are hurting. And so that's a big component there, is to help us grow in compassion. Then in September, Al Eppens, we welcomed him, and everybody got up and sang. And they sang, Hallelujah. Yeah. So thankful for you here, Al. You really have revived and resurrected us, and you know, we've got just a great talent in finding Al. He just fell out of heaven, and we're so excited that he married somebody who's an amazing cook. And if you haven't had the cherry crumble over there, get there before Pat's done, because there's just a little bit left. And thank you to Diana for, you know, please pass that along. And then, of course, in October, we had a gun buyback. Who would have thought we had a gun buyback? But we did. Of course, you know, what's a church going to do with guns? Well, dust you came, dust you shall return, right? But the idea is that we have been so in the public eye because of this exhibition that we got tapped on the shoulder to be a place where this would happen. And you guys were mostly here when it happened, so I won't go over the details, but well over 100 guns were taken from people. We gave them a gift card. We ran out of gift cards in the first hour. There was a line more than a mile long outside our driveway of people wanting to give their guns to us. They didn't give them to us. We had police here, which you can see in the picture, taking it for us and then disposing of them. So will we ever do this again here? Probably not soon, because we can't tie up traffic with a mile-long line there. So it'll probably happen in a place that has better ability to handle all the cars. But it really says something about our community in wanting to, you know, take these guns that aren't being used and to do something else with them. And why is that important? Well, you saw 3/4 of these deaths by gun are by suicide. And so I remember being asked, I think it was a Fox News program, or no, I think it was Stephen Henderson said, oh, boy, did somebody in your congregation get shot? Why are you guys collecting guns? And I said, no, nobody that I know of, but I do know that especially during COVID, I got at least 1 or 2 texts or emails or phone calls with people who said, I'm at the end of my wits. This COVID is driving me nuts. I don't want a gun in that house, right? Because when you take the guns out, you remove part of that possibility. And it's a way to also, if somebody breaks in a house and steals a gun nobody's using, you don't know what's going to happen with that. So anyway, the gun buyback in October. Then we had November, and we had this Remember Them exhibit up, and the city decided they wanted it. So they took it from us and they put it up, and this was an exhibit we had after the George Floyd incidents, and they put it up for a couple months in front of the library. We had to reprint. This is Jane, that you can see her back next to the police officer here. Jane had put together a 100-page book, 1 page dedicated to each one of the markers of the 100 people who were killed, people of color, through a number of decades. And she really deserves a round of applause. I wish Jane were here for putting that together. She was recognized by the mayor as a person of the year last year in 2021, and it was just terrific. So they took that in November. Then we had December, and then we had the bishop come. How was it having the bishop, you guys? Did you like having her here? Yeah. The bishop was fantastic, and she preached up a storm, and this was Mike. Mike was a deacon for the very first time there, so he made the first comment. You look like such a natural there, Bishop. And she said, I think I do. Can I make a pledge? Which she did do. She said she pledges $600, and I think she's even paid it. So there you go. The gauntlet's been thrown. But that happened then in December. And then 2022, these were our goals moving into last year. So a year ago today, you remember me telling you, our vestry wants to keep our community connected, explore hiring a youth leader, promote social justice and celebrate diversity, explore and launch a planned giving program, and develop a 10-year physical plan. These were the goals we set up a year ago at your leadership team. You met them during worship. We went to a retreat. We do that every year. We did it last weekend. And these were the goals. Keep our community connected. Judy, we did a pretty good job. We did the best first. Mary Bensmiller. Here's Mary. You guys did a great job working on that, I think, through a number of the things that you planned through the year. We looked at hiring a new youth director, and we found out that, hey, we have to replace Kitty Kenning. It's going to take 3 people. So that's where we have Alex, and where we have, where's Jeannie over there, as well, and Maureen off around. And we are very thankful for your work there. Promoting social justice and celebrating diversity, I think the installation speaks to that. We have looked at planned giving, and we're going to actually roll that goal over to this year too, as we have seen a number of people. One of the things with Amy coming and with Lynn leaving, etc., y'all were great in your pledges, and none of you have gotten a thank you note. That's because it's on my desk. You'll be getting it soon. But a number of you, when you sent your pledge in, you checked the box that said, I remember St. David's in your will. And so we are going to figure out a way to make sure that that's celebrated in an appropriate way. And then, of course, Ray, you helped work on our 10-year physical plan, and we're very thankful that you guys were able to produce that, and we will be receiving that as a vestry later on this year as we hear more about that. And then, of course, this year, building community is right up there again. And you'll notice that we're going to plan once a month to have a giveaway. And so that means something. Folks on Zoom, you got to come because you can't get it when you're at home. You got to be here, right? So the idea is to be here. I didn't tell you during the sermon. I wanted to tell you, one of the things that we decided to do is we looked around at the vestry at a retreat, and we said, if we're going to ask the congregation to come back to church, we've been having Zoom meetings for 2 years. We got to come back to church. And so we decided that as a vestry, we will have every other meeting in person. Then we took that to the staff, and we said, staff, we've been doing Zoom for 2 years. We got to come back in person. The staff said, okay, every other meeting, we will be back in person. So slowly but surely, we're coming back. We want you back, and we're going to bribe you to get you back through the giveaways. We're also going to install something called connection boards. What are they? They are ways for us to better connect ourselves with one another. One board is going to be a swap board. I have this, I need this, and hopefully you'll be able to find something you need or give away something that you have. We also have a way to remember our shut-ins with a bulletin board, a picture of them, their address, a way you can tear off their, get a label, send them a note. We saw some of that at work. Did you guys see the thing for Dee Bryant out front? Did some of you guys see that? Where she's turning 88, and her family said, she's going to remember this parish her whole life. And we'd like to send her 88th birthday card. Would you send her one? She's currently in hospice care now. But you have a chance to pick up a self-addressed stamped card, and we will ask you to fill it out and just drop it off, and we'll make sure that gets counted among the 88.
It's going to be a prayer quilt for her next week.
And we'll have a prayer quilt for this week. Yeah, another ministry that we're kind of spending some time on as well. We also wanted to launch a nursery assistant program, and let's see, where's Audrey and where's Alex, and you two are getting sign-ups for somebody to work in the nursery. You can do it once a month, once every 3 months or so, 9 to noon, and 9 to 3, you can watch my kid. 9 to noon, and you get to help out the nursery worker who's paid, which means she changes the diapers, okay? As the assistant, no changing diapers. So you can go in there, sign up, and make that happen. Also, we're going to really look at starting a youth group at St. David's. And what would that look like? We've got some vestry members assigned to that, and we're going to go down that road and see what that would look like. I've spoken with Jim Kenning about it. He's got such a fantastically, look at those pictures on the back bulletin board of the Christian Service Brigade of some terrific activities that he's done. And so what will that look like? We'll find out. And then, of course, the planned giving. as well. So that's what we set up as a vestry and our leadership team. I think overwhelmingly we wanted to really connect with one another, connect ourselves together. So what's the year ahead looking like? We've got our movie night potluck in here. What did you say, Steve? If the recipe is successful, bring it to the next potluck. If you've got some still left there, don't bring that one. Okay? And that's gonna be 4:30 to 7:30. It's all ages. It's the Disney movie Soul. Being a church, we thought maybe that was a good thing to do. We'll have drive-through ashes then. Mike Stetzel, raise your hand. Are you looking for people to volunteer for ashes? There you go. Okay, we're going to fill up that sheet. If you've never done it, we will train you, and that'll be happening on Wednesday, February 22nd. It goes from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you're working, maybe you can take a shift before or after work. Our Lenten class, as you may have heard during the announcements at church, is going to be a class called Renew. We also have a Tizay plan, which I think is going to be wonderful. Many times getting through the long, dark winter months, you like to come to church and hear a really, really good Tizay service. So we're going to be having that at 7 o'clock on March 10th, and that's right before the time change. So it will be, it should be great at that time. And then the Lenten retreat I told you about last year with Father Fennessy. This year we're doing it again, and this time with Bishop Bonnie. So you want to sign up quick for that. That's going to fill up, and that will be in this room here. We're going to ask her to unpack for us what happened on the cross. We're going to Holy Week. Would you kind of talk to us a little bit about that? So that should be a really good retreat. 9 to noon. It'll be on April 1st, which is the day before Palm Sunday. So that's happening with the year ahead. And there you go. This is kind of, as I said, short and sweet. We have written reports from the senior warden, from the junior warden, from the treasurer. I always ask if you guys want to say anything at this point. You're welcome to come up and say a few words as to what your experience was like. Or you can just say, read the report. That's why it's written. Okay. And then what we always do is we send letters of greeting to the previous rectors here at St. David's. We invite our parish secretary to send out a letter and a report to these former clergy so that they'll know their church is still standing. So I would like to, that I think needs a motion, so I would like a motion from, I'm going to put forth a motion to send those letters of greeting to former clergy. Is there a second? Okay, Linda Taylor, are there any questions about that? Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. There you go. And now I think is the most exciting part of the annual meeting, which is the raffle. Would you come forward, Mary Bensmiller? A round of applause for Mary. She was at the dealership. Yep, she's got the cars.
Judy's responsible for, she's
Yeah.
pulled it all together for the gift. Does anybody still need a ticket?
Anybody need a ticket? Okay, yeah. There's your chance to win a car.
All right, Father Chris?
Yep.
Don't forget Mary's dinner that she put on for Ukraine.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, we have that. I could go on. I mean, we've done so much stuff, and it's hard to whittle it all down. So we're giving away tickets. Let's see. We need somebody to pick the tickets out of the plastic container. Well, not you, because you'll pick your own. Oh, you won't? Oh, you don't. We don't want you to throw that away. But you want to pick it? Do you really? Okay. Yeah, Amy, is he trustworthy? Okay, good. All right, and is it Hunter?
No, it's Blake.
Blake, Father Chris, nice to see you, Blake. And so she's going to take
we're
these.
not done yet.
I know you're not done. We're not picking it yet. Don't worry.
I want my ticket.
I know. Don't worry.
I want the
When
card.
Mary tells me to pick is when we pick, and no sooner. Okay. So you're going to be in charge of picking it. Mary's got a number of these. Mary, is the car? Is it out back in the parking lot? Or? It's being detailed. Okay. The car is being detailed. So.
No, Mayor.
Yeah. Well, you have two cars. There's a Volvo. Blake, what's your favorite car? Would you like a Mercedes? Okay, Mercedes it is. Steve, okay, would these go in there? You're not giving up his car? Okay. Blake can't drive anyway, so you have some more time to trade it in. Okay, let's see. Oh, shake it. Well, listen to you. I'm waiting for her to make sure we got them all.
I noticed you didn't put a Audi on that thing.
I did not put it. No, I didn't. I was in charge of car acquisition. No, I was not in charge. Okay, are we ready? Okay, good, I'm gonna, what did you say, shake it well, is that what you said? Okay, hold my mic, Blake.
That was scary.
Yeah. But did you get it on camera?
Did you
It was
hear
on
him?
camera, you betcha.
Steve said that was scary. Okay, here we go, folks, we've got the tickets ready to go, you have your tickets out, you ready to check? Okay, Mary, what's the first gift? Oh, okay.
White bag.
A white bag, okay, the winner of the white bag, okay, who's that gonna be, Blake? What's the number?
31004.
034, oh, and it goes to second, she gets a white bag.
Now we have a blue bag.
Nepotism. The fix is on. It's funny how the entire family is gonna suddenly walk away with a prize. Okay, next one. Go, Bacon. All right, what's the next one? 0018. Alex Weinstrom. All right, gets the blue bag. Hey, what's in the white bag anyway? Now open it up and see. There's something in the white bag, it's not empty. Candy, oh, from C's. Oh, yes, a Los Angeles favorite. And then Alex, what's yours? Tea. Oh, very nice. Okay, and these gifts, these are all tradable. So if you have a chocolate hater and a tea lover, it's totally doable. Okay, the Bishop's bag, the purple one, who's it gonna be? Ticket number, you can just read the last three numbers.
043.
Oh, there you go, Jerry Maloney. Jerry wins the Bishop's bag. Jerry, what could it possibly be? Well, yeah, it's got, yeah. It's a miter, yeah. It's a miter. Okay. Oh! Oh, maple syrup, okay. I think some of us thought it might have been a different, darker liquid, yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, the red bag's up next. The red bag. The red bag. Okay, last three numbers.
025.
025. Oh, it's Audrey Humphrey. All right, Audrey, wherever we go, you win something. I don't care. You always win something. Okay, what's this one, Audrey? Open it up for us. And know that you can trade for some whiskey, some maple syrup, or some chocolate or tea. All right, candles. All right, fantastic. Okay, orange bag number one. Okay, what's it gonna be?
033.
Oh, okay. All right, you picked his own number. All right, Blake, you sit down. You've had enough. You've had enough. Okay, your turn. Come on. Oh my goodness, what's your name? Hunter. I thought one was gonna be 500. Thanks, man. Okay, Hunter. Now, are you more honest than your brother? Okay, good. What did you get? What did you get there, Blake? Olive oil soap. Oh, which actually is very good. Yeah. See if you'll trade with your mother. There you go. She's not giving up her chocolate. Okay, this is the pink bag. Okay, we got a new guy, Hunter. This one's less nepotistic. Okay. His dad's busy forging it. Yeah. Okay. Last three numbers. You gotta turn it around. Up here.
310021.
021. 021. Who's 021? Uh-oh. 021. 021. Must be present to win. Anybody on Zoom? Did you take 021?
Yeah.
Sure it's one and not
Let's see. Yeah, 021. 310-021.
Oh, I got it.
Andrew's got it. Andrew's got it right here. There we go. All right, Andrew. He's got it. What did you get, Andrew?
Milk chocolate covered cherry.
Milk chocolate covered cherries. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, great. We've got the orange bag. Okay, you ready to pick it? Oh, here, give me the old one there. We don't want him winning again. Okay. There we go. Okay, the last three numbers.
3. Oh wait, no. Hold on. Okay, 010.
010. Oh, look who's winning. All right. Adele, nice job. All right. Let's open it up. We want you to open. Yvonne, you want to open it for him? Can you grab it? There you go. What is it? What is, oh, hot chocolate mix. That is, I think that's very timely. I'm sorry? Does he want to switch his soap? Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of this. Yeah, you organizers go do this backroom stuff on your own. Okay. So we'll see. Oh, you got a Uno game. Okay. So we know what the next one is, right?
No, this one here.
Oh, yeah, the green one. Okay. Yeah, put that one down there. There you go, Hunter. Okay, Hunter. Okay. Okay, close your eyes. Okay, good. Okay, good job. Last three numbers, Hunter, what are they?
007.
007. Oh, Carolyn Gamble. 007, you're the Bond girl. She's our Bond girl. And you got, what's in the green bag? All right, what is it? Oh, that looks fantastic. Yeah, there you go. My goodness. And then now we got the orange one.
Orange one?
The orange one? Okay, ready? Everybody ready? Okay, did you put it down, Hunter? Okay, grab another one. Close your eyes. Okay, last three, oh, yeah, you got two, yeah. Okay, last three numbers only.
014.
Oh, 14. Oh, Darrell Butler. All right. Okay, let's see, what did Darrell Butler get? Let's see, what is it? Okay, you got this, so does it, yeah, we want you to clean up your act for our senior wedding. Okay, great. Oh, the grand prize for the car. Okay, these are just the keys in there. It's being detailed. Okay, close your eyes there, Hunter. Okay, what's it gonna be? Last three numbers.
004.
004. Who's got 004? Oh, is that you? What? You got 004? Oh, yeah, there you go. And the car goes around. Applause for the one and only Jonathan Thompson for the winner of our grand prize, a car. And Mary Bensville, Judy Walsh, thank you so much for organizing our raffle here today. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness. And I always ask, is there anything else for the good of the order before we allow these guys to have the last word here? Okay, well, I will move for the adjournment of our 70th annual meeting. Is there a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. You are adjourned. Thank you, folks. Thank you.
Okay.